Hi, I'm Malia, and my speech is on how to avoid procrastinating. Did you know that 80 to 95% of college students procrastinate on their assignments, and approximately 75% of them consider themselves procrastinators, while about 50% procrastinate consistently and problematically? As a college student yourself, you probably assume that the numbers would be either higher or the exact same amount. Being a student for the majority of your life can show you just how easy it is to become best friends with that old pal named procrastination. I know we're all guilty of it, but I'm here to better help you understand what type of procrastinator you are, as well as how to avoid procrastination. 4 ways to avoid procrastination is getting rid of distractions, learning how to prioritize, working on time management, and rewarding yourself. To begin to figure out how to avoid procrastination, you must first identify the type of procrastinator you are. There are 2 types of procrastinators: maladaptive and adaptive, or passive and active. Passive or maladaptive procrastinators are what most college and high school students identify with. Passive procrastination is a self-handicapping type of procrastination. People who are passive procrastinators tend to be the type that avoids or puts off their responsibilities without replacing that empty time with another useful task. In other words, passive procrastinators are considered the laziest of the 2. Active or adaptive procrastinators are more of a positive type of procrastinator. Though these people prefer to work under pressure because they feel like they'll get a better performance, so they make deliberate decisions to procrastinate. However, according to ScienceDirect.com, in an article titled "Procrastination and Other Learning Behavioral Types with Learning Outcomes," they state that the students of learning habit type scored significantly higher on tests than students that procrastinate. Penn State did a study in 2016 to see the levels of procrastination in the students, so they gave their students an assignment for the week, and the people that did the assignment days before it was even due got a really good score, but the people that did it the night before got a really low score. Active procrastinators usually have lower levels of stress and more belief in their ability to succeed compared to passive procrastinators. The main difference that puts procrastination into these 2 groups is one eventually gets the task done, while the other puts it off, worries about it, and most of the time never ends up getting the job done at all. Seeing as most human beings fall into the passive category, most people should find a way to avoid procrastination at all. Learning to avoid your tendencies to procrastinate isn't something you just acquire overnight. That skill, like most things in life, takes time, but I could tell you a few places you could start. One of the biggest reasons behind procrastination is because you're too distracted to get the task done. And one of the biggest distractions today's generation struggles with is our phones. According to mindtools.com, they state that you should turn off your email and social media and avoid sitting anywhere near TV while you're doing your work. Let's say you have an essay due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m., so you decide you're going to start it on Sunday. Before you start writing the essay on Sunday, you decide to scroll through your phone, and next thing you know, you end up spending hours on your phone, and now it's 10:30 at night. You open up your computer and type a total of 2 sentences before getting distracted by your phone again, and ultimately deciding to push it off till Monday. Then Monday turns to Tuesday, then Tuesday turns to the day it's due, and now you're over here wishing that you never put it off in the first place. How many of you can say you're guilty of doing some shape or form of this scenario? I know I can. The whole situation could have been avoided if you identified your phone as a distraction in the first place. I know it's hard to just get rid of your phone altogether while you're doing your homework, but you could at least try to put it on Do Not Disturb or silence your notifications so you're less tempted to look at your phone because it's dinging every 5 seconds. You can also put your phone in on the other side of the room so you can't see it light up, or put it in a different room altogether. Another method to get rid of distraction is to listen to music, but it's only recommended to listen to music with little to no lyrics so you aren't easily distracted by the words while you're working. Another way is to make sure you find a work area that's best efficient for you. Your space can either make or break your ability to procrastinate Also, you need to make sure you keep your area organized and clean so you don't have stuff that you can mess around with and get yourself distracted with. Then you must learn the skill of prioritizing. Prioritizing your assignments helps you complete your work more efficiently. Make a list in order of each assignment and their due dates, starting with whichever assignment is due first, and then leading to whichever assignment you could slack off on a little bit and finish at a later time. Making lists to prioritize your assignments makes it not as easy to procrastinate, especially if you post a list somewhere that you can't avoid. A big thing that most avid procrastinators, or honestly just students in general, struggle with is time management. Writing down your schedule can also help you feel less stressed when it comes to managing your time. If you make a spreadsheet while also scheduling in breaks for yourself, it feels like you can have more time to complete all your tasks for the day. A fantastic way to motivate you to stay on top of your skill of not procrastinating is to give yourself rewards. For example, if you struggle with staying on task for more than an hour, you could give yourself an hour of homework, and then once that's completed, give yourself 15 minutes of break time. Or you finish the majority of your homework for the week, so now tomorrow you can spend the time that you would have been doing homework, you spend it watching a movie, relaxing, or hanging out with friends, or anything else. Procrastination may be a self-inhibition, but if you work on it with time and practice, you can begin to understand how easy your ability to procrastinate is. Procrastination is something that most people do by human nature, whether it's the maladaptive or the adaptive way. But there are ways to avoid it, like getting rid of distractions, learning how to prioritize better, managing your time better, and rewarding yourself. So in the end, with time and dedication, I hope we all take today's advice, including me, and tend to procrastinate less in the future.